Now, let me preface this by saying that I put off making this video for a while. I was waiting for new info to come forward concerning this whole situation, but Comment Cop ended up making a video about it, which I'll link below, so I thought I'd come back to the topic.
It's time for a sequel, guys. Let's go. Bowblax is a YouTuber that has recently become the target of a portion of the commentary community. And honestly, this was completely expected. In fact, I'm surprised this hasn't happened sooner. From the copyright strike situation back in 2020 to stuff that's happened pretty recently, he's just been making the dumbest decisions over the past few years, and it's been pretty funny to see him self-destruct, to the point that not even his closest friends in the community are willing to bat for him anymore. So with all of this happening, I kind of just wanted to make a video that is poking fun at the entire thing. If you want an overview of everything that people are mad at, this isn't the video for that. I'm just gonna mention the situations that I find funny and why I think that Bowblax has kind of always been the way he is now. And with all of that being said, let's get into the video. For this section of the video, I'm going to look at two situations that I found funny, him copyright striking someone back in 2020, and the most recent stuff that happened. Mainly because these are the two things that I can talk about and not be super serious with, so let's get into it. If we're going to look at the copyright abuse thing, we need to go back to 2016 here. Bowblax would upload a parody song about BLM, god, even saying that is kind of funny, with it mostly flying under the radar due to him being almost completely unknown at the time. But after this, Bowblax would get more and more popular, with his big break happening after Pokimane struck down a video he made, with him getting huge amounts of community support. And him getting popular would eventually cause this song to leak sometime in 2020. Now, if something like this comes out about a commentary creator, you'd expect them to be able to either address it properly, make a joke out of it, or to just not acknowledge it at all. All of those would have been completely fine, but what Bowblax decided to do is to copyright strike re-uploads of the song. And look, this is bad in itself, right? But what's funny about it to me is that when confronted on this, Bowblax claimed that it was a lapse in judgment because he was high. I'm not kidding.
I was high. Okay, I was high, and that's why I made the decision to remove the Black Lives Matter videos, which I had the full right to do, but I didn't want to do it. Or, I mean, not that I didn't want to do it, but like, I realized it was a bad idea after the fact. Just like in general, like it just doesn't make any sense. Like,
I don't know if I've ever seen someone blame weed for strikes like this, so that's pretty interesting to me. I'm just imagining Bowblax sitting in his chair one night, blanking out completely due to his high, and pressing the buttons to DMCA strike these videos. Oh my god, guys, the weed is completely taken over him. Now, I can admit that my joke there is a bit uncharitable. Bowblax since that time has admitted that he was mad and that's why he took down the video, but it's just really funny to me that he mentioned initially that he was high while doing it at all. Even if that was true, it just sounds like he's making up a story, so he probably shouldn't have even mentioned it at all. But look, he did retract the strikes and things were seemingly resolved, so you'd think that that would be the last of the situation, but it surprisingly wasn't. After some of this went down, him and Nicholas Diorio had an argument on a stream where this infamous clip would be spawned from it.
Your apology in an hour and 45 minutes.
no, that's not an apology. There's no apology. That's an explanation. Let me speak. You. You motherfucker! You fucking bitch! My apology is not in there! My apology was oh my god! You didn't even watch the clip! Why are you saying shit without watching the clip?
I wonder if him being high caused this as well. This is one of the funniest clips to come from this entire thing and would go on to follow Bowblax for pretty much the rest of his career up to now. And while I did feel bad for him for a period, if you put something on the internet, people are gonna make comments about it or make fun of it. So that's his fault more than anything. If there was a time where people should have given up on Bowblax, it probably should have been during this, to be completely honest, but I get why people stuck with him. It would take another 4 years for people to completely give up on him though. And this is due to some situations that have been happening pretty recently at the time I've been scripting this. There was some stuff about him being a fence sitter in regards to King of Nothing, but I don't really give a fuck about that. I want to discuss what happened after people started to go over his argument with Nick on a live stream again. Larix, one of the YouTubers who covered this in recent times, reached out to Bowblax privately to talk about it, and Bowblax decided to just record the entire call and reached out to people behind the scenes to see if it was a good idea to leak it. Then he made what he called a bully stream, seemingly unaware that this all made him look bad. And this, combined with other things that happened happened that I won't get into here completely decimated his reputation. Not that it was the greatest to begin with, but it was ruined. I just don't get the reason for why he did this, to be honest. I've heard that he had some behind the scenes grudge and that Bowblax is just a very vindictive person in general, but even with that in mind, it just doesn't even make sense from an optics standpoint. He recorded a call without the other person's knowledge where someone was just trying to give him advice, and he proceeds to try and leak it even though there was absolutely no reason to do so. Larix didn't threaten him or anything from what I've heard. It was just a chill call, and he wanted to make a bully stream out of it? I just don't understand the thought process here. Maybe he was high during all this as well, who knows? Bowblax is just an idiot, plain and simple. I don't think that he thinks through most things he does, and always just makes things way worse for himself. He did eventually apologize for all this, but at this point, it's too late for his reputation, though it's not like he really needs it for the videos he makes. Do people really think that you need to be credible to read out tweets from drama on Twitter? He'll probably be fine if he keeps uploading, but we'll see in the future. Bowblax is someone that people should just laugh at from a distance. He's gonna keep screwing up, he's not going to learn, and he'll keep going downhill. Like Flamenco and Tipster before him, people are just going to look at him for laughs, and he's not going to be the last person who does something like this. But that's pretty much all I have to say for this section. Moving on. Hey, so I had this all recorded hours ago, but I found this earlier, so thought I should just add it in quickly. Sorry about the fans in the background, but I couldn't be bothered to turn them off, so you'll just have to deal with that. There are some screenshots going around of Bowblax saying that he could control the commentary community, and that Nicholas Diorio would do whatever he says, and I just thought I would be doing everyone a disservice by not including these. This just proves how delusional he is. Okay, now I'm actually moving on. This was a pretty short video to say the least, but I felt like it's a nod to my last video before I did video essays. It was perfect for me to cover this. This will probably be my last video about drama that's happening within the commentary community, mainly because most of it doesn't interest me, but who knows, maybe I'll make another one of these videos as the years go on. Only time will tell. I have a video about COD trolling channels that should be coming out shortly after this one. It was gonna come out before this one initially, but my power went out, so I decided to change course a little bit. So stay tuned for that. And with all that being said, I'm done with this video. Oh yeah, one last thing. #FOLM.